it's so funny because, when people are going through certain things, I would encourage them to look at their attachment styles. An attachment style describes how a person gives or receives love and how they handle closeness versus conflict. And kind of like what's your connection to life itself, how it is shaped by your experiences or your trauma or your safety, and what emotionally are you modeling. So, for example, secure attachments means that the person is secure, they're comfortable, they're communicators, they're honest, they have healthy boundaries, they know how to regulate emotional responses by giving a response and also hearing the response to receive an emotional response. When they're secure, they resolve conflicts without shutting down. When they are secure enough, they're opening up to hear also from others. But then also in the attachment styles, you have anxious attachment styles, which is a person that fears abandonment, rejection, or emotional distance. They crave closeness, but because they have feelings of insecurity by overthinking, needing reassurance, the fear of replacing fear versus having that trust, they take things personally a lot, and therefore they wind up in situations that they're insecure. They go through each other's phones saying things like, you didn't text me back, are you mad at me? Or they begin to pull on things that doesn't necessarily exist. Or you got the avoidant attachment, which I guess I'll get into that at another time. But the avoidant attachment talks about individual that fear emotional closeness. But I don't want to touch that too much. But I want to talk about being able to merge and separate, the child in you, meaning the things you went through in your childhood versus the things you feel like you're going through in your adulthood, and you having the ability to be able to separate what merges together. From the time that you were a child, but when you got old, you now put away childish things. That means that there's a separation from what identifies you as a child versus what identifies you as an adult. The interesting thing about that is the person needs to learn to separate these worlds. So darkness is separated from light, but before they were separated, they were merged into each other. But in order to get light and darkness to operate systemically the correct way, there had to be a separation in order for them not to collide and merge together in a way where you go into a room and you have both and it doesn't make sense, right? And so when a person learns to separate the world's child from the adult, they're finally saying, I've survived my childhood, but I don't have to survive my adulthood. All I have to do is participate in it.